About tonight opens Friday. Patricia Hearst is right over here. Patty, how are you? Been a long time. Thank you. A talented actor and star of Blade and HBO's Earthly Possessions. He is the star of Cecil B. Demented. Stephen Dorff right over here. Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
And his films include Crybaby, Pink Flamingo, Serial Mom. His pecker is now available on video. You did a movie called Pecker.
I did.
I mean, they think I'm making a cheap joke. And he is the director of this Cecil B. Demented. It's Torments Theater starting Friday. John Waters, ladies and gentlemen. Our friend, John Waters. All right. So let's talk about this Liebram thing. Do we have any Jews on the panel? Any Jews? Any Jew at all?
Half Jewish.
Oh, you're half Jew.
My father.
Just like the ticket. Okay. And I'm a half Jew.
Oh, nice.
So together we have one Jew on the panel.
I got a little Jewish in me, too.
You have a little Jewish in
about
you?
a quarter.
Quarter?
Yeah, but if we put it all together here, we could have a whole Jew.
Bob, are you listening to the exchange that we just had there? Okay, let me give you my take on this. I think Al Gore panicked because if you watch the Republican convention, one of the big lines was, I think it was Cheney or maybe it was Bush himself, talked about Gore and Clinton and said, we will never see one without thinking of the other. And Gore went, oh my God, I've got to pick the one guy on the Democratic side who really distanced himself from Clinton. And that to me is taking the Monica bait because I think people lie in polls. I think people lie when they say that Monica Lewinsky is a big deal. I think when they get into the voting booth, they don't care about Monica Lewinsky, and they wouldn't on voting day. But when they get into the voting booth, they do care about the Jews.
They care about character, though. They do care about character, and he was going to get plastered with this between now and Election Day. He had to bail out. This was a smart choice.
I'm saying in the voting booth, yes, I agree. On talk shows, people talk about character and how awful it is that Clinton had a thing done to his weenie. Oh, I know, it's just, it's too awful to even contemplate that a man had sex, but...
He's the only president that did.
Exactly. He's the only person who ever did have sex outside the marriage. It's too inconceivable.
A married man in our house in Washington. There's a difference.
House.
Where else is he going to go? Down the bar? He can't, you know?
Yeah.
I don't care if Gore picks Anna Nicole Smith. I'm still not voting for Bush.
Well, but I think it's already started, and you even made the joke about it, about him missing days because of, you know, high holy days and this kind of thing, and I heard it on CNN before I came to the studio, and I thought, this is exactly where it's going. And it's going to be down to the wire on, oh my God, he's Jewish, and it's going to be as big as...
He's not just Jewish. He's like what in Annie Hall they called a real Jew. Remember Granny Hall? That's a real Jew. I mean, even Jews, he looks a little alien, you know, with the yarmulke. And, I mean, Orthodox is, only 10% of Jews are Orthodox.
Mm-hmm. He's
Why
Orthodox.
does it have to be an issue?
He's Orthodox.
Why can't he just be who he is? Why can't he just be who he is and stand for what he stands for and leave it at that?
Well, that's
Well,
what
he
Clinton
is, Bob.
was.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the reaction to that.
I know.
All right.
I mean, he's got a reputation for being honest and, you know, hardworking and the personality
Jewish.
of a dial tone and Jewish.
He's got a big reputation for that.
But he's a good, decent man, too. He's a very moral
sure,
man.
many of the Jews are, Bob.
No, this man has been right up front publicly on the coarseness of the culture battle with Bill Bennett and some others. And that's what Al Gore needed, was somebody who would be the Tipper Gore that Tipper isn't willing to be anymore.
No, this is a very racist country, and this is going to be an enormous problem, and we're going to see just how huge it is when people start panicking that, you know, there's someone who's Jewish or very Jewish in the White House.
I agree with that, yeah.
That'd be sad. That would be sad.
When making his decision, he's definitely veering away from Monica and Bill, and, you know, I mean, I just found that out about a half an hour ago, but I mean, it is quite a...
and they say actors are uninformed, you know.
No, you wouldn't necessarily, you know, think that he would make that decision. I don't know.
Well, as I say, I think he panicked. I think
he's paranoid.
I think he thinks that people care more about Monica Lewinsky than they do. I really don't think people really do, but I do think when you get into the voting booth, they're going to go, Joseph Lieberman.
I agree with that. Yeah.
You know, his wife is named Hadassah.
Hadassah?
Hadassah. Now, he's got to introduce it. That sounds Jewish.
I don't know why he seems to be worried about the Monica thing when I thought that was over.
Yeah, who's talking about Monica today?
The Republicans were talking about Monica.
I know.
See, I don't think Monica's over. I think Monica's over for a lot of people. Maybe over for you and you and you, but for a lot of decent people in America, I don't think Monica's over.
You still thinking about her?
No, I'm not, but I think that...
Because I'm not. I went to school with Monica, too.
No, but I do think the fact that Al Gore said he was a great president in the midst of all this. And now we want to hear about you and Monica.
Well, no, basically, I had a weird schooling because I had started making movies and stuff, but I did go to a school called Bel Air Prep, and I realized somebody had gotten an old yearbook, and it was her picture 2 years ahead of me. She went to school with me. Well. Yeah, I never really met her.
You dated her or something?
No, I didn't. But you're still talking about it. I forgot about it.
Well, I think a lot of America still cares about it. That's my point. A lot of people have gone on, but many people have said, we don't want the man to
say they care about it because it sounds good. Because if they don't say that, their wife hates them.
But in the voting booth,
they have to pretend they care, because otherwise they get the elbow. He's an awful man. He had a thing done to his thing.
In our house.
In our house. Oh, all right. We got to
because it's